Hi everyone, I'm back with another bright, beautiful day, and I'm sitting around here in the evening and I'm trying to record this video. So, what am I going to talk about today? Well, today's video is going to be really tough for me. I'm going to talk about my failures, and now, just not a single failure. I'm going to talk about my all failures, like failure after failure after failure, and I'm still failing. So, I want to just let you know how many times I have failed, and you can try to learn something from this. And if you don't, just listen it for the fun and stick to the video. So, if you want to find out how many attempts I have done, how many things that I have failed, what was my silly mistakes, and what was my wishful thinking, and if you want to find out all these things, but before I tell you this, why don't you guys like this video? I want you guys to turn the gray button into the beautiful blue. I want you guys to destroy the like button. Also, by if you do that, then my video can be recommended to many more people, and I can be able to grow this community. Also, if you guys are in good mood, why don't you subscribe? Okay, so my self promotion out of the way, let's start the video. So, let's start with the very first thing. My first failure was right out of my college, and this is the company which I started. And over there, I was trying to build an self automation system, and this automation was trying to control the home devices like switches, appliances, bulbs, and fans, all those things we were trying to control. And obviously, this was my very first attempt, and I didn't succeed. I failed. Now, during this startup or during this company, I did made a lot of mistakes, but I didn't realize back then. After years went by, I realized what were my mistakes, and I'm going to talk about all these things. But let's get back to the second phase of my life, where I come to the US. I'm doing my master's study. I form a group with my friends in my new college, and we start again contemplating about building the ideas. And again, we try to formulate so many things, and then we don't actually sit down and write anything. We always say similar to something like this: oh, this is not a Google, this is not a Facebook, and this is not something big company. So you see the pattern here. What we are trying to do, we were the people who haven't even built really single products, really small products, and we were trying to judge that we will build this company, superficial companies which will be competing against someday, which will be competing against this Google and Facebook. They are market monopolies. You can't do that. You have to learn first how to build a really small products. I haven't even implemented a really small project which really works well. I would have deployed into the real environment. People are using it. No, not a single product I have deployed which is working with anyone by then. So while I was in the college, I haven't built a single product which was in the market. Not a single user was using it. Again, I think 1 or 2 years goes by, and now I'm working for the Deloitte. I am living with another group of friends, and then we try to sit once here and there, on one weekend here and there, and we think about building products. Again, we do the same mistake where we try to think about really good ideas, and any ideas we come out, we flat out right, we neglect it, and we just say, oh, this is not the good company, this is not something interesting. And the very first thing I noticed is, every time when I was trying to create a product, and I come up with an idea, and then I realize that I need to find someone so he can work with me. So generally what you do, you find your friends, you try to convince them, let's work on this product, this is really cool product, and we can make some company out of it, and we can earn a little bit money. So the very first mistake I did was, every time I come up with a product or idea, I seek for validation from someone else. So I go and try to talk to my friend, and I tell him, can you join my team and let's work on this product? And after 1 or 2 years, I realized that I was trying to seek a validation from someone else. And every time I try to pitch this idea to my friends, they just um, they just tell me that this is not interesting product and this is not going to work. So this is what going to happen, guys. If you start relying on others, they are going to disappoint you. And even every single product which might make you on $1,000, $100,000, in really initial phases, no one will even recognize it that there is a money to be made out of this product. So it's like you are trying to seek a validation from someone else who doesn't even know your product, who doesn't even know the market. And then you are trying to find out whether he likes the product or not. And then you are going to seek a validation from him that you are doing right things. So don't do this. And I realized after 2 more years that this is what I was trying to do. When I started my very first company, I just pick up my friends, and I didn't even find out whether they were interested in doing all these things, whether they had right skill set for doing these things. I just pick up my friends, and then we started writing a company, and then we failed because of one of the reason where my founders were actually not motivated into creating a company or writing a software. Then next time when I went to the college, I did the same mistake. Again, I want to come up with an idea. I try to find some friends. I try to convince them, let's work onto this product. These are the same patterns I'm repeating again and again. And you see, back then they also said this is not an interesting idea. We shouldn't work on it. And then I go back and work for the Deloitte, and then over there again I'm trying to come up with an ideas, and I'm trying to pitch to my friends and tell them let's work onto this product. I am repeating same cycles again and again. So it took me, I think, 4 5 years to realize that if you want to work on your product, don't go seek validation from anyone else. Sit down on your laptop, start writing the code. So this is what you have to do. No one actually will tell you that this is a really good product and you can make a money out of it, because they don't know what you're thinking about. They don't know the vision. They don't even know. They don't even want to develop the product, man. They are not interested in doing anything else than their own thoughts. Then 2018 rolls in, and then now I'm thinking about creating a YouTube channel. So I started dabbling into what kind of a videos I should create on my YouTube channel. So I started with unboxing electronic devices, and really soon I realized, I think after just 2 videos, I realized that no one is going to offer me the products, and if I keep doing this from my own pocket, I'm going to go bankrupt. So pretty soon I realized that this is a failure upfront, and then I tried to pivot where I was trying to make videos about how does the VPN work, how does the Microsoft OS works, how does the Android works, what is the difference between different OSs. I started doing this, and then after even doing that, I think for a month, I just made 4 videos, and I realized that, and then I realized I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to tell you guys how the Android works. I was the guy who was building an application on top of the Android. So I realized that, so I was not interested in telling you guys how the iOS works, but I was interested in telling you guys how can you develop an apps. And this idea I realized afterwards. So this was the very first attempt where I was not able to continue making the videos on my channel weekly, and then I failed. And then another year rolls by, and then in 2020, coronavirus came in, and then I thought, why don't I give it a second attempt? And over there, I thinking about creating an videos on book reviews. I read a lot of books in a year, and then I started doing that. And do you know how many videos I created? Just one. So even that failed. And then another year rolls by, and then I created a product. And this time, very first product which I created was an Android app. It was a book reading app where you can listen to your audiobooks and you can read your paper ebooks together. And this was the really first product. In 2020, I was able to complete it. I was able to write an entire code. I was able to release it into Play Store, and then 5 10 people were using it. So, and actually this took 9 months. Initially thought about this might be really 1 or 2 months of work, and then it just keep expanding on it, and then the problem which I was solving, it became really hard, and then I went through so many ups and downs, and then finally I was able to wrap up the entire development of the product, really core features, and I released it. Then I felt really good that I was able to continue something for 9 months, and then I got a discipline of doing something, and then I was sitting one day. I was sitting around, and I just thought, how should I start my YouTube channel again? And then the basic idea this time was, I'm not going to make it so complicated. I'm going to make it really simple, and I'm going to make really simple videos. I'm not even going to rehearse the scripts, and I'm not even going to edit it. So it has to be really crystal clear while I'm talking. That's it. I'm going to make really simple videos, and I'm going to upload it. So my upfront cost or effort are very less. So I don't have to put a lot of efforts into creating these YouTube videos. And that was my initial mistake when I tried to create a YouTube video. Past 2 times, I did a lot of rehearsing, I did a lot of editing, and then I feel that this is a lot of work, and I don't want to do it. And I left it for one of those reasons. So this time I said, I wrote this application for 9 months. Why don't I create a YouTube channel where I share something, and it might be something I'm reading, it might be something I'm writing a blog, it might be I'm working on this app. I just let you guys know what is the progress, and anything else which comes into my mind, I just let you know what's going on. So that's the third time, and this is the right now in the phase where I am doing my YouTube videos. So look at my past. How many times I have failed? Lot of times. And you have to realize this, guys. You have to fail for a lot of times before you make something really good, and not even really something good, before you earn a little bit of money out of something really small. So this is what I have realized, that you keep trying things, and you keep trying it until you become successful. And and don't be this guy who tries one thing and then never tries anything else, and he just lost his spirit of entrepreneurship. I did that for 2 and 3 years, but fortunately I was in a right mindset where I was thinking about my mistakes, and I was constantly thinking about start doing all these things again. So since I was doing this, my reading was also around all these topics, and I got, after 1 or 2 years, I got into the right mindset, and then I started doing attempts again. And then, even though I failed, it led me to a point where I had an enough discipline so I can wake up every day, put some hard work into creating all these videos, and then I can stick to it. So this is what I wanted to tell you guys. I did a lot of things. I failed so many times, but I just wanted to keep doing all these things until I become successful and I can earn some money, so I can leave my primary job and can do this full time, which I really like. So this was today's video, and if you guys liked it, why don't you guys subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow with brand new day with brand new video. Bye.